Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are very welcome to our flight. All passengers are requested to please fasten your seatbelt as the flight is now ready to take off. Don't worry, we have taken care of your complete safety, and so this journey is going to be COVID proof without compromising on thrill excitements. Are you wonder what is our destination? Bounded by the great Himalayas in the north and Indian Ocean between the Bay of Bengal on the east and the Arabian Sea on the west. A country where guests are treated next to the god, millions of deities being worshipped every day, and is house of most beautiful symbol of love. Our destination is none other than incredible India. In next 5 minutes, I'm going to take you through an India which probably most of you did not know. So, get ready to be mystified. Let's discuss about something which we use in our daily routine. It's none other than shampoo. While thinking about shampoo, the question which comes to our mind is what is the meaning of shampoo? And answer to this question is the word shampoo was derived from Hindi word champu, which means massage. Nowadays, everyone is moving towards organic shampoos instead of the chemical ones. Do you know? Shampoo was long back invented in India in 17th century using herbs and natural ingredients, mainly gooseberries and fruit pulps, which is amazing. We all love cakes and cookies. You need to thank India for your diabetes and cavities, as it was the first country to develop the extraction techniques of sugar back in 350 AD. And ever since, these are added in numerous quantity in their sweets and desserts, approx 20 kg per capita. But even if Indians have a sweet tooth, Indian man knows that sweets are not how you win a woman's heart, but diamonds are. So if you want to blame someone for spending thousands on an engagement ring, Indians are the one. They were the first to mine those expensive stones which makes your partner happy until Brazil took over as the highest diamond producer in 18th century. When we have to cast our votes for any election, what comes to our mind? A polling station with thousands of people coming and casting their votes. Might be some lesser in numbers for scarcely populated areas. But think if you get your own personalized polling station, is it possible? Yes, if you are privileged. In India, there is a polling booth set up in Gir Forest for one voter. He is a caretaker of one of the temple in Gir Forest, staying with approx 500 lions. From 2004, he has never missed to cast his vote once. Interesting thought will be how he goes to the polling station for casting the vote with 500 wildcats roaming freely and looking for their lunch. Now, is he privileged? That is a debatable topic. What comes to your mind when you try to recollect renowned statues of the world? Certainly, most of us would think about Statue of Liberty in New York. But have you heard about Statue of Unity? Measuring 600 feet or 182 meter in height and 67,000 tons in weight, the Statue of Unity, located in the state of Gujarat, is currently the tallest statue in the world and almost twice of the Statue of Liberty, which is 305 feet or 93 meter. The statue is a tribute to the freedom fighter Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who played a vital role in unify the 565 states into a single nation called India, and he did so by individually meeting all the kings or rulers at that point of time. Let's go to post office for a weekend getaway. Surprised? Have you ever heard a post office being a tourist spot? It can certainly happen in India, where a post office is not just another government office but a piece of art. The floating post office is located in the beautiful city of Srinagar in Kashmir, surrounded by beautiful snow clad mountains on a huge houseboat in Dal Lake. It is not only the floating post office in India but also in the world. Have you ever felt that you don't get enough privacy at home? I bet you can't beat the people residing in the village of Shani Shingnapur in Maharashtra. Houses in this village don't have doors, so forget about locks. Before you presume anything about this village has footfall of approx 40,000 devotees each day to a 300-year-old legendary Shani temple. Hence, we can say that despite of being densely crowded, there is so much of trust and faith within people to unanimously take such steps. Its residents sleep soundly as they believe Lord Shani to be the guardian of their home. I wonder how they keep the rain away. Can you imagine yourself stuck in a room with 10,000 rats? Scary? What if I tell you there is a temple in Rajasthan where there are approx 25,000 live rats? People go there to pray to the saint and goddess Kanimata. The temple draws visitors from across the country for blessings as well as curious tourists from around the world. Welcome to the Temple of Rats. This is your captain speaking. Thank you for your attention and patience during the journey. You can now take off your seatbelts as we have arrived to the destination. The weather in India is cloudy and rainy. Hope you enjoyed the journey. And we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.